Yeah. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji and Mataji, Standard Pranams, all glory to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you for the morning program and the Srimad Bhagavatam session. Thank you so much for your association. See, I usually start with this. Whenever my turns comes, I want to in the morning itself, like 7:30 in our temple is we sing this prayer, right? Govinda Mahapurusham prayer, and then do Vandana, praying Srila Prabhupada and all the Vaishnava acharyas in our Guru Parampara. So let us quickly sing these two prayers and begin with our Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Okay, thank you so much. Govindam Mahapurusham Govindam Mahapurusham Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adipurusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusha Tamaham Bhajami. Shri Brahma Samhitam prayers ki jai, Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Govindan ki jai, Lord Brahma ki jai. Let us sing Guru Vandana, Shri Guru Charana Padma. It's written by Sri Narottam Das Thakur, one of our Guru lineage, Sri Vaishnava Chani. Song named Prema Bhakti Chandrika. Every morning after Darshana Arati or Sringara Arati, we sing this prayer. Glorify spiritual master, including Srila Prabhupada and all the people and all the Vaishnavas. With their mercy, I am able to speak. I am able to say few words with their mercy. Yeah. So let us sing this. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhagavati Satma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhagavati Satma Bandhu Moye Savadana Mate Bandhu Moye Savadana Mate Jahara Prasade Bhai E Bhava Turiya Ja Jahara Prasade Bhai E Bhava Turiya Jai दाम दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से एको दाम दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेमा भक्ति जहाइते अविद्या विनाशा जाते प्रेमा भक्ति जहाइते अविद्या विनाशा जाते वेदे गाय जहर चरितो वेदे गाय जहर चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनरा बंधु 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 लोकाना लोकेरा जीवाना लोकाना लोकेरा जीवाना श्रील प्रभुपाद पतित पावना श्रील प्रभुपाद पतित पावना आहा प्रभु गुरुदय देह मोरे पदाचय 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 हे बेजाश दुष्ट त्रिभुवाना हे बेजाश दुष्ट त्रिभुवाना श्रील गुरुदेव लोयल चराना श्रील गुरुदेव लोयल चराना जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि श्री गुरु वंदनम की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय श्री गुरुदेव की जय ब्रह्म मध्य गौड़ीय वैष्णव संप्रदाय की जय See, anybody likes to read these translations quickly? Mataji's, Prabhuji's. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I'll read it.
Yeah, please read it.
Krishna. The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attend pure devotion service. I bow to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. 2. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. 3. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with the transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates, by him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, a friend of the poor and the Lord of the, and the master of devotees. O Lokanath Goswami, O Master, be merciful unto me. Give me shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the 3 worlds.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Correct. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes. So this is the meaning of these prayers. Unless we get Guru's mercy, we cannot understand the single word of the scripture. Proper way of understanding. We may go through the literature. It's going to be bewildered unless come to the platform of Guru Shishya Sampradaya. Evam Parampara Praptam. You have to receive it from Guru Parampara. Right. So thank you again. Yes. Let us begin with the Yes. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Vijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Nitai Gaura Hari Ho Hari
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, your voice is going back and forth, Prabhuji. It's not very consistent.
Seriously? Oh, okay.
Something is wrong. You should check it out.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, I think you should increase the volume maybe a little bit. I don't know. It's for me. But sometimes it's coming and sometimes it's going. Like, maybe you're speaking slowly. I don't understand that.
No, Prabhu, everybody, even I'm also saying the same thing.
Okay. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Clear on that, Prabhu?
ఇప్పుడు పర్వాలేదు
ఇప్పుడు
ప్రభు.
క్లియర్ గానే ఉంది కానీ మధ్య మధ్యలో
బ్రేక్ అవుతుందా?
it's going low and then coming back up. I don't know why.
హెడ్ ఫోన్స్ పెట్టుకున్నాను నార్మల్గా అయితే. ఒక నిమిషం ఉన్నాను, నేను ఇది తీసి హెడ్ ఫోన్స్ తీసి మాట్లాడతాను, చూద్దాం. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే. ఓకేనా ఇప్పుడు?
ఇప్పుడు బానే ఉంది. మధ్య మధ్యలో మీరు లోగా మాట్లాడుతున్నారు అనుకుంటా. మేబీ ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ లో, దట్స్ వై.
ఓకే ఓకే, సారీ ప్రభు. రైట్. ఇది లేకున్నా ఓకే కదా ప్రభు? దీంట్లో ఓకేనా? డైరెక్ట్
డైరెక్ట్ ఇస్ ఫైన్ ప్రభు.
డైరెక్ట్ ఓకే జన్ సూపర్. దగ్గరికి థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ లెటింగ్ మీ నో బిఫోర్. యా Thank you all very much again. So let us begin with Bhagavatam discussion. Let me share my screen once. Yeah. I seek my Guru Maharaj and Radhana Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, and all the Siksha Gurus, various Siksha Gurus I have come in contact with, all their best wishes. And all of you, assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, seeking blessings and prayers to describe about Srimad Bhagavatam. Whatever I heard from, I have heard from these masters, let me put it in that. So Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasana, Gaur Bhaktananda, Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Patagami, Avatame, Prema Bulle Swadhadevi Ki Jai, Gaurata Ki Jai, Balavakala Dulupam Ki Jai. Today, there is a significance in this picture. I will talk, let me share in slide mode. Yes. Anybody remembers which temple? Any guess? Seriously, I'll give some special prize when we meet in Satsang. Can anybody guess which temple deity is this? Shri Radha Krishna, but there is a different names. Half minute, just think about it, please.
Outside India or within India, Prabhu?
Prabhu?
Is it within India or outside India?
Outside India.
Londoneshwar?
Prabhu?
Radha Londoneshwar.
Kadro, yeah.
California,
Who is this? California.
Govind
Yes.
Krishna.
Govind Krishna Prabhu, yes. California, yes. What is their deities' names? Any idea? California, there are different cities there. San Jose, San Francisco, San Diego.
That I couldn't get.
San Diego, Prabhuji.
San Diego, very closer. 1.5 hours to Los Angeles. This is the Los Angeles temple. Shri Rukmini
Los
Dwarkadish. Los Angeles temple. Shri Rukmini Dwarkadish.
Dwarka.
Yes. It's called New Dwaraka in US. It's New Dwaraka Dham. Because so many, the cost of living also there, so much money also there, because Hollywood industry and all this, there many people, very billionaires are located in that area. Yes, thank you. This is Shri Rukmini Dwarkadish. In connection with today's class, there is significance. So let us discuss. Yeah, 3 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namah Pankajanaabhaya, Namah Pankajamaline, Namah Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajandrahe. The Bhagavatam prayers. Yeah. Today's topic is love letter prayers. You all remember who has given, who sent this love letter to whom? Love letter prayers. Anybody guess? Love letter prayers. Who?
Rukmini to Krishna, Prabhu.
Right. Vendala Mataji teacher. Yes. Love letter prayers. I just put the title. So in the Bhagavatam, Srimati Rukmini Devi very beautifully sent 7 prayers. Today we will recite those. We will understand from it. what exactly she has written. What is our mood to understand? How do we inculcate those qualities in our devotional life? So this is the topic today, love letter prayers. Okay, so in the Bhagavatam, this is described in 10th canto, 52nd chapter. 10th canto, 52nd chapter. 7 verses. 10th canto 50 to 37 to 43 verses. 7 verses. It's a beautiful prayer from Srimad Rukmini Devi. Last verse, Brahmana's message. So Brahmana carried this letter to Krishna. So ultimately, he is in the last verse. He also said, "What needs to be done? What should I do? This letter sent with me." So that is a message also there. That prayer, 44th verse. Okay, so let me read from Veda base. Just a second. Let me share again. Yeah, you are able to see, right, Prabhuji? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Thank you, Mother. Yes. Sri Rukmini Bhuvacha Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara Shrunvatam Te Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara Shrunvatam Te Nirvishya Karna Vivarair Haradom Gatapam Nirvishya Karna Vivarair Haradom Gatapam Rupam Drusham Drushimatam Akhilartalabham Rupam Drusham Drushimatam Akhilartalabham Tayyachuta Visati Chittam Apatrapam Me Tayyachuta Visati Chittam Apatrapam Me. So translation we will read later. Let me read all the 7 prayers. Katva Mukunda Mahati Kulashila Rupa Vidya Katva Mukunda Mahati Kulashila Rupa Vidya Vayodra Vinadama Bhiratma Tulyam Vidya Vayodra Vinadama Bhiratma Tulyam Dhirapatim Kulavati Navavrinita Kanya Dhirapatim Kulavati Navavrinita Kanya Kalendru Simhana Naraloka Manobhiramam Kalendru Simha Naraloka Manobhiramam Tanme Bhavan Kaluvrata Patirangajayam Tanme Bhavan Kaluvrata Patirangajayam Atmarpitascha Bhavatotra Vibho Vidheti Atmarpitascha Bhavatotra Vibho Vidhehi Mavira Bhagam Abhimarshatu Chaityara Mavira Bhagam Abhimarshatu Chaityara Gomayu Vanmrugapater Balimam Bujaksha Gomayu Vanmrugapater Baliram Bujaksha Purteshta Datta Niyama Vrata Deva Vipra Purteshta Datta Niyama Vrata Deva Vipra Guruvarchanadhibhiralam Bhagavan Pareshaha Guruvarchanadhibhiralam Bhagavan Pareshaha Aradhito Yadhi Gadagraja Etapani Adadhito Yadi Gadagrajetyapanin Gruhanatu Mena Damogasha Sudadayonye Gruhanatu Mena Damogasa Sudadayonye. 7 prayers, okay? So let us complete. Let me complete. Swabhavani Tvam Ajito Davahane Vidarbhan Swabhavini Tvam Ajito Dvahane Vidarbhan Gupta Sametya Pritana Patibhi Paritaha Gupta Sametya पृतनापतिभिः परीतः निर्मत्य चैद्य मगधेन्द्र बलं प्रसह्य निर्मत्य चैद्य मगधेन्द्र बलं प्रहस्य मां राक्षसेन विधिनोद्वह वीर्यशुल्काम् मां राक्षसेन विधिनोद्वह वीर्यशुल्काम् अंतःपुरान्तरचरिम् अनिहत्य बन्धोन् अंतःपुरान्तरचरिम् अनिहत्य बन्धोन् त्वाम् उद्वहे कथम् इति प्रवदामि उपायम् त्वाम् उद्वहे कथम् इति प्रवदामि उपायम् पूर्वेद्युरस्ति महती कुलदेवयात्रा पूर्वेद्युरस्ति महती कुलदेवयात्रा यस्यं बहिर्नवा वधुर्गिरिजाम् उपयात् यस्यं बहिर्नवा वधुर्गिरिजाम् उपेयात् यस्याङ्घ्रिपङ्कजराजा स्नपनं महन्तो यस्याङ्घ्रिपङ्कजराजः स्नपनं महन्तो वाञ्छन्ति उमापतिरिवात्मा तमोपह्यति पहत्यै वाञ्छाति उमापतिरिवात्मा तमोपहत्यै यर्हि अम्बुजाक्षना लाभेन भवत्प्रसादम् यार्हि अम्बुजाक्षना लाभेय भवत्प्रसादं जाह्यम् असुन्व्रता कृष्णन् सत जन्मभिः स्यात् जाह्यम् असुन्व्रता कृष्णन् सत जन्मभिः स्यात्. This is the last prayer of Brahmana Vacha. The Brahmana said, Ityute guhya sandesha yadudeva maya hritaha vimrishya kartum yachartha kriyatam tadantaram. So all these beautiful prayers, let us read first translation and then purport. Then I will discuss few points which I have got it from my Guru Maharaj's transcription. Then we'll discuss. Okay. So these are all 7 beautiful prayers in the love letter of Rukmini Devi, which is sent through the hands of Brahmana to Krishna. Yeah. So from 30, not 35, from 37 onwards. Yes. Yeah. Sri Rukmini Uvacha. Okay. So translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Rukmini said in her letter, as read by the Brahmana, first prayer, O beauty of the world, having heard of your qualities, which enter the ears of those who hear and remove their bodily distress, and having also heard of your beauty, which fulfills all the visual desires of those who see, I have fixed a shameless mind upon you, Krishna. Purport. Rukmini was a king's daughter, courageous and bold. Furthermore, she would rather die than lose Krishna. Considering all this, she wrote a frank, explicit letter begging Krishna to come and take her away. Actually, this purport written by Srila Prabhupada disciples, not Srila Prabhupada, because after Prabhupada departed, his disciples take over and given these purports. Okay, yeah. So this first prayer. So let me sing this Mangalacharana Prayer. Then we quickly read those translations. Okay, so let me share again. Sure. Yes. Yeah. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshorunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam Pangum Langayade Girim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyamishwaram Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suraya Diviva Chakshuradatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyevo Jagrivamshaha Samindate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam Om Apavitra Pavitro Va Sarvavastam Gato Piva Yasmare Pundari Kaksha Sabhyabhyantaram Suchihi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Let us go to these translations and discussions. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the first prayer. This is the first prayer of Srimati Rukmini Devi. How beautifully she has written. So if you look at these synonyms, each word, right? Sri Rukmini Vacha, Rukmini said, Shrutva, hearing, Gunan, the qualities, Bhuvana, of all the words, Sundara, of beauty, Shrunvatam, for those who hear, Te, your, Nirvishya, having entered, Karna, of the ears, Vivaraihi, by the orifices, Harataha, removing, Anga, of their bodies, Tapam, the pain, Rupam, the beauty, Drisham, of the senses of sight, Drishimatam, of those who have eyes, Akhila, total, Artha, of the fulfillment of desires, Labham, the obtaining, Tvai, in you, Achyuta, O infallible Krishna, Abhisati, is entering, Chittam, mind, Apatrapam, shameless, me. So first started with beauty, how she gets attraction, how she got attraction. See, through the first hearing about the personality of Supreme Personality of Godhead, his qualities, his rupa, his guna. By hearing, she gets attracted. So actually, the takeout of this lesson from Rukmini prayers is, first lesson is hearing. She gets attracted through the hearing, right? Prahlad Maharaj also starts with this prayer, right? You all know. What is that prayer? Mataji's, Prabhuji's? Can anybody recite this complete verse? Anybody knows? It starts with this particular hearing. Anybody recites? Please help here. Hare Krishna.
Starts with Shravana Kirtana Smarana, Prabhu. Don't remember exactly.
Shravanam. See, that's the beauty. From here, hearing, he gets an attraction of Supreme Personality. Similarly, Rukmini Devi also, she got so much attraction by hearing these wonderful qualities of Supreme Personality of Godhead. As last month, I have described about the beauty of Krishna, right? I don't know, somehow I picked this topic today. Here also, see how we get an attraction in material world also, right? In material world also, we get attraction by hearing. How? Can anybody say? For example, if a wonderful personality is there, beautiful personality is there, first we hear, oh, there is a one person is there, right? First we start with by getting to know him, and then we get an attraction. Yeah, it's a great personality. For example, if we have a connection, or if we have heard about the billionaire of this Bharat Bhumi, Mukesh Ambani or whoever, if we have some devotees, some friends, close connection with Mukesh Ambani, first we hear about the personality, what he started, what he built up, how he started, and how he built this big business empire, right? This all the various businesses. We are hearing about what he started, how he started. By hearing, we get an attraction. Oh, this personality. Yes, I have some connection. I wanted to meet him, like that. So similarly, here Rukmini Devi also. So somebody put message. 1 second. Yes, Mother, thank you. Yeah, you put that verse from Bhagavatam. Yeah. It starts. Prahlad Maharaj also says that first thing, Shravanam Kirtanam, Vishnu's Smaranam. Shravanam, hearing and chanting. The first quality, first thing is we have to improve our hearing process. Now you are all attending this Bhagavatam session. Now you are hearing. I am saying, I am also hearing, right? By saying, I am also hearing myself. So this is a process. So she got so much attraction, and describing it after attraction, she got these words. She wanted to explain. She wanted to write whatever she heard from these Brahmanas. So you all know the pastime, right? So actually, Rukmini's brother named Rukmi, he wanted to marry her sister to whom? Anybody?
Shishupal.
Mother, Yanni Mire Yapagandi. Let us other
Okay.
devotees. Sure. You are nice. So Shishupal, he wanted to marry to her sister to Shishupal, but she doesn't like it. When she heard about these gunaganas of Supreme Personality of Godhead, she got so much attraction. She wanted to marry. That is so much attraction that leads her to get married with Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here we see that by hearing, right? She is beautifully explaining about the qualities. So Rukmini said, Shrutva, hearing, Gunas, the qualities about Krishna, Bhuvana, of all the worlds, Sundara, the beauty, Shrunvatam, the whoever hears, Nirvisha, having entered Karna of the ears. In what happens when here, she lost herself, bodily distress. Here it's mentioning, see, by the vivaraihi, by the orifices, harataha, removing anga of their bodies, tapam, the pain, bodily distress, right, which enter the ears of those who hear and remove their bodily distress, having also heard of your beauty, rupam, drishyam, of the senses of sight, which fulfills all the visual desires of those who see. I have fixed it. By hearing only, she has seen Krishna. By hearing only, she has seen Krishna, the beautiful form of Krishna, and she got an attraction. Krishna's name is Sarva Akarshayati Krishna, right? Krishna, the all attractive personality of God. He attracts to all the 6 opulences, which we discussed last week. Last month. 6 opulences. Can anybody say quickly? So that Krishna, in unlimited, those 6 qualities. Quickly, anybody say? Mataji's, Prabhuji's. What are the 6 qualities of
Beauty, Prabhuji. Knowledge.
Right?
Uh, Strength, renunciation, wealth.
Fame.
Right, Prabhuji. Fame, yeah.
Fame.
But order is not clear, Prabhuji.
Yeah. We have to remember. Yes. 6 opulences. True.
Knowledge, yeah.
In full, he have. In full, he has all those 6 opulence. In full, unlimited. Right? That way. So here, O infallible Krishna, O Achyuta, in what is I have fixed my shameless mind. She also felt mind, she treated that mind, mind is no use. Mind, when it distracts to sense gratification, it attracts to sense gratification. It's a shameless mind. Shame, there is no shame. No, shameless mind, because mind always defeat us. Mind always defeat us, right? Always. So that's where Arjuna also defeated through mind before he got instruction from Arjuna, right? Chanchalam mana Krishna, Pramadi balavad drudham. Chanchalam mana Krishna. My mind, chanchalam, not stable. That's my problem I'm experiencing. Unable to focus. Everything doomed. So here, Rukmini also got the point. She's beyond. I have fixed my shameless mind. Mind is thinking so many other things, but completely focused, completely inattentive, completely Sundara Drishya Rupam of Supreme Personality of Godhead by hearing, and she meditated upon that and written this letter. Let us go to second verse, right? So, what Prabhupada disciples written? Rukmini was a king's daughter, courageous and bold, right? She is a courageous and bold Rukmini Devi. Furthermore, she would rather die than lose Krishna. That much God attraction she got by hearing. I wanted to die for Krishna. It's okay. Considering all this, she wrote a frank, explicit letter begging Krishna to come and take her away. Next verse. Wonderful verse. Katva mukunda mahati kulashila rupa vidya vayodra vinadama bhiratma tulyam dhirapatim kulavatina prinita kanya kalendu simha naraloka manobhiramam. So what it's saying here? Oh Mukunda, you are equal only to yourself. In yourself, in what? He has given characteristics. You are equal only to yourself. In lineage, number 1, character, beauty, knowledge, youthfulness, wealth, and influence. O lion among men, you delight the minds of all mankind. God aristocratic, sober-minded, and marriageable girl of good family would not choose you as her husband when the proper time has come. So here, see, she is describing about the these gunaganas, Krishna's gunaganas. O Mukunda, you are equal only to yourself. So there is no greater than Krishna. There is no equal to Krishna. There is nobody. In all the 3 words. It's called Asamaurdhva. 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 No one is equal. No one is greater than Krishna. He himself equal. From Rukmini prayers we understand. He himself equal to him. You are equal to yourself. In what? Lineage? Krishna appeared in which lineage? Can anybody say? Krishna, Supreme Personality of Lord, Supreme Personality of God, Sri Krishna, appeared in which lineage? Vamsham. Lineage means Vamsham. Ramachandra, Ramachandra's lineage?
Ikshvaku.
Mother?
Ikshvaku Vamsha. No?
Ramachandra, Surya Vamsha, right? So, yes.
Surya Vamsha. Okay.
Yes. So here, Supreme Personality of God, Krishna comes in which lineage? Anybody?
Chandra Vamsha.
Chandra Vamsha. Chandra Vamsha.
Yes, Chandra Vamsha. It's a big description is there. let us go to these various characters of Lord. So character, Vyaktitvam, right? Character, Vyaktitvam. In Telugu, beauty, Andam, knowledge, Jnanam, right? Youthfulness, wealth, and influence, right? Youthfulness. Krishna in the Kali Yuga, in the Dwaraka time frame, Dwaraka time, at the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he was just 96-year-old, some 96 plus years old, but he looks so young. In the material world, if somebody passes through 96 years age, this is skin, just like murtal varthantaru in Telugu. That means body is dwindling. Krishna's body is not like that. Krishna appeared as in original Shyama Sundara Sachidananda Vigraha form. So it doesn't affect the material qualities. That's why he is a Nava Yavvanamcha, youthfulness. Knowledge. What is that knowledge? Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, this knowledge is given to Arjuna, just pep talk, just question and answer. He has some question, Arjuna has some questions, Krishna has some answers. It's a pep talk, in corporate we'll see pep talk, just chit chat, something like that. All the 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita, he has spoken just 45 to 1 hour time frame. Just quickly, just explained everything. Within this 1 hour, Arjuna's heart transformed. Harishe Vachanam Tava. So that knowledge is giving. Now he has so much knowledge. Vedesha Sarver Ahameva Vedyo Vedanta Vedavi Devachakam. Beauty, you all know the beauty of Krishna. Shyama Sundara, two-handed, beautiful smile. Last time we discussed, right? How he looks, his character, Vyaktitvam, right? Is always with devotees. Whoever renders devotion service to Krishna, he always there. We are reading these days sloka recitations. Practice. He is in friend in me. I am also a friend to him. We just have to show our love and devotion to Krishna. It's a special favorable to devotees. Okay. Wealth and influence. Wealth. Dwaraka. Wealth means, if you see Dwaraka, the pastime in Dwaraka, he has built 16,108 palaces for each queen. Of course, Rukmini Devi, Satyabhama, Satya, different other queens there. And he expanded into 16,108 forms, each of this queen. He has 10 sons and 1 daughter. So much opulence. Dwaraka city is filled with opulence. It's made up of gold, all these palaces. So many cows is every day, I have heard this, every day he is distributing 33,000 cows to Brahmanas every day. Unimaginable. With our mind, we cannot comprehend. Unimaginable. He has so much wealth. Influence. Influence, how get his influence? Through his creation, through his various agents, through his various expansions. He's influenced by it. O lion among men. Here lion means, especially that not lion here. Lion means Nara. What is it here mentioned? Kale Nrusimha Naraloka. Lion amongst. Lion, king of animal, right? So here it's not that way. Here the qualities, the lion. Naraloka, Simha, O lion, Naraloka, human society, to the minds. Okay. So what is it? O lion among men. You delight the minds of all mankind. What aristocratic, sober-minded, and marriageable girl of good family would not choose you? And equality is what after hearing these qualities, if somebody is not attracted means there is a problem with that personality. Attracting, if we get attraction means started our devotion. Right? Would not choose you as a husband. Innunanga, see, a person having all the 6 opulences, any girl wants that personality, right? In full, that queen, whatever she wants, that personality is going to give, right? He has full opulences, knowledge, beauty, fame, strength, right? Yeah, another verse. Let us go to another verse. Is there any purport? Let me see quickly. No purport here. Okay. So let me go through the other prayer. Third one. Anybody likes to read, please? Go ahead, please read. This third one. Third prayer of
Therefore, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
yeah,
Therefore,
Padma.
therefore, my dear Lord, I have chosen you as my husband and I surrender myself to you. Please come swiftly, O Almighty One, and make me your wife. My dear lotus-eyed Lord, let Shishupala never touch the hero's portion like a jackal stealing the property of a lion. Hare Krishna.
Requesting. Oh, therefore, my dear Lord, I have chosen you as my husband. It's a complete surrender. I surrender myself to you. Please come swiftly, quickly, O Almighty One, and make me your wife. My dear lotus-eyed Lord, let Shishupala never touch the hero's portion like a jackal stealing the property of life. I am your property. Krishna, I am your property. I am your surrendered soul. Please accept me as your wife. That is a prayer. This is the Tanme Bhavan Kaluvruta. See, Sanskrit is very beautiful Sanskrit. Tanme, therefore, by me, Bhavan, your good self, Kalu, indeed, Vrtaha, chosen, Patihi as husband, Anga, dear Lord, Jayam as wife, Jayam as wife, Atma, myself, Arpitaha, offered, complete surrender. Bhavataha, to you, Atra, here, Vibho, omnipotent one, Vibho, Vibhu. There is words, right? Vibho, Vibhu, Anu, Vibhu, right? Videhi, please accept. Ma, never. Veera of the hero. Bhagam, the portion. Abhimarsatu, should touch. Nobody, I don't want to marry this guy. My body, my mind, my words, entire, I'm completely surrendered. I am yours. Please pick me up. Please take me. Please deliver from this, from this personality. I wanted to marry you. Beautiful, prayer. Chadiya, Chaidya, Shishupala. Shishupala, this son of King Chedi Raju. Chedi Raju's son, Shishupala, Chaidya. Arat, swiftly, Gomayovar, like a jackal. Brugapate, belonging to the king of animals, the lion. The pot is yours. I am completely surrendered. The pot is yours, just like, lion, the, lion eats that jackal, right? Steals. No. What is that? A jackal stealing the property of lion. That Shishupala never touched the hero's portion like a jackal stealing the property of lion. You steal me, you can take it from from this place. Right. There is another prayer. Yes, please read. Anybody read translation as well as purport.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, Prabhu. Ram Reddy
Translation.
Prabhu. Read, Prabhu.
Translation. If I have sufficiently worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead by pious works, sacrifices, charity, rituals and vows, and also by worshipping the demigods, brahmanas and gurus, then may Gadagraja come and take my hand and not Dhamagosha's son or anyone else. Purport. The Acharya's comments as follows on this verse. Rukmini felt that no one could obtain Lord Krishna by the efforts of a single lifetime. Therefore, she earnestly pointed out the pious activities she had performed in that life and previous lives, hoping to convince Sri Krishna to come. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. She's pointed out some of the pious activities she performed earlier, right? By pious activities, sacrifices, charity, rituals, vows, different rituals. If I have sufficiently worshipped Supreme Personality of Godhead by pious works, sacrifices, charity, rituals, and vows, and also by worshipping the demigods, Brahmanas, and Gurus, then may Gadagraja come and take my hand, and not Damagosha's son or anyone else. Damagosha Sutta means Shishupala. Damagosha, son of Damagosha, another name of Chedi. Chedi Raj's name. Okay. Acharya's comment as follows in this verse. What are they saying? Rukmini felt that no one could obtain Lord Krishna by the efforts of single lifetime. At least she is praying. Therefore, she earnestly pointed out the pious activities she had performed in that life, in this life and previous lives, hoping to convince Sri Krishna to come. Yes. Yeah. Read this one, anyone, please. Another prayer. Mother is Prabhuji's. Hare Krishna. Are you all with me? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I'll read. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Prabhupada disciples. Okay.
Oh unconquerable one, tomorrow when my marriage ceremony is about to begin, you should arrive unseen in Vidarbha and surround yourself with the leaders of your army. Then crush the forces of
కనుక్కుని జాకెట్లో ఉన్నాయి పంపుతారండి కాస్త పెట్టండి 2-3 రోజుల్లో అని చెప్పి వచ్చిన మాట చెప్పకపోతే ఆవిడ అలా పెట్టి కూర్చుంటారు పిల్లలు పెద్ద
Hare Krishna. Then crush the forces of Chaitya and Magadendra and marry me in the Rakshasa style, winning me with your valor. Purport. As Srila Prabhupada points out, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Rukmini, being born of royal blood, certainly had a brilliant grasp of political affairs. She advised Lord Krishna to enter the city alone and unnoticed, and then surround himself with his military commanders so he could do what was needed. Srila Vishnu Chakravarti compares the coming fight to the large churning of the ocean to extract the goddess Lakshmi. Gorgeous Rukmini, the goddess of fortune, would be gained in the coming turbulence.
These are the Prabhupada disciples purport. Okay. Yeah. So what he's saying here in her prayer, oh unconquerable one, Ajita. Okay. Tomorrow, when my marriage ceremony is about to begin, just tomorrow, about to begin with Shishupala. Just a day before, she has written this letter and sent with the Brahmana. You should arrive unseen in Vidarbha and surround yourself with leaders of your army. Then crush the forces of Chaitya and Magadendra and marry me in the Rakshasa style, winning me with your valor. And this scale, just take it. Come with all of yours. Sena and all the crush these two different forces. Magadendra means the king of Magadha, Jarasandha. Shishupala, Jarasandha, both are good friends, right? Correct me if I am wrong. Correct, no? Jarasandha, Shishupala, both are good friends.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, both are good friends. So he protect. If anybody wants, I wanted to get married this girl. Shishupala's thought. But Rukmini is not interested. She got attraction to Krishna. She is asking, send in that letter, come with your army and crush these, these two different armies. Magadendra, Chadya. Chadya means the Chadiraj. Shishupala's the kingdom is army, and Magadendra, Jarasandha. Marry me in the Rakshasa style, winning me with your valor. your prowess. Virya, your prowess. Sulkam, the payment for whom? Udvaha, okay. Rakshasa, Rakshasena Vidhina, the Rakshasa style. Yes. As Srila Prabhupada points out in Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Rukmini, born of royal blood, certainly had a brilliant grasp of political affairs. She is saying, what is our situation? This is the situation. Right now I'm in. Tomorrow I'm going to get married, but I'm not interested. So please come and take it. Rakshasa style. She advised Sri Krishna to enter the city alone. Alone and unnoticed, and then surround himself with his military commanders, so he could do what was needed. So Vishwanath Chakravarti compares the coming fight to the Lord's churning of the ocean to extract the goddess of Lakshmi. Goddess Rukmini, the goddess of fortune, would be gained in the coming turbulence. So, unnoticed. She advised Sri Krishna to enter the city alone. Okay, and unnoticed, and then surrounded himself with his military commanders, so he could do what was needed. Here in this prayer, what we are understanding. So come and crush these different armies and winning me with your prowess, with your power, with your strength. Yeah. Another 2 verses, then we'll go to some points. Okay. So since anybody likes to read, Mataji's or Prabhuji's, anybody wants to read? 42nd.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Mataji, please read.
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Please read this.
Yes, Prabhuji. Translation. Since I will be staying within the inner chambers of the palace, you may wonder, how can I carry you away without killing some of your relatives? But I shall tell you a way. On the day before the marriage, there is a grand procession to honor the royal family's deity, and in the procession, the new bride goes outside the city to visit goddess Girija. But clever Rukmini anticipated a possible objection on the part of Sri Krishna. He certainly would not object to subduing rascals like Shishupala and Jarasandha, but he might be reluctant to injure or kill Rukmini's relatives, some of whom might block his way to the palace's inner sanctum where the women were protected. The procession to or from the temple of Girija, Durga, would provide the perfect opportunity for Krishna to kidnap Rukmini without harming her relatives. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
This idea also giving to Krishna. Rukmini Devi is giving this idea. There is a procession. Since I will be staying within the inner chamber of the palace, you may wonder, how can I carry you away without killing some of your relatives? But I shall tell you a way. She is also saying that. What is that? On the day before the marriage, there is a grand procession to honor the royal family's deity, Durga Devi, Girija Mata, Durga Devi. And in this procession, the new bride goes outside the city to visit goddess Girija. Come that time. That is a perfect opportunity for Krishna to kidnap Rukmini without harming her relatives. By hearing, we get an attraction. See how attraction. She wanted kidnapped her, and she wanted Krishna, her husband. Yes. Yeah. This is one last prayer, I think. 1 second. Let me see. Yeah, this is the last prayer of Srimati Rukmini Devi. Please read, anyone.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Read.
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Mata, read. Cheyandi Mata, Balamani Mata, cheyandi.
O lotus-eyed one, great souls like Lord Shiva hanker to bathe in the dust of your lotus feet and thereby destroy their ignorance. If I cannot obtain your mercy, I shall simply give up my vital force, which will have become weak from the severe penances I will perform. Then after hundreds of lifetimes of endeavor, I may obtain your mercy. Purport. The divine Rukmini's extraordinary dedication to Sri Krishna is possible only on the spiritual platform, not in the fragile world of mundane affection. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So in this prayer, what she is saying, beautiful Sanskrit. Yashangri Pankaja Raja Snapanam Mahanto. Yasya, who is Angrihi, the feet. Pankaja, lotus feet of with Rajaha, with the dust. Snapanam, bathing. Mahantaha, great souls. Vanchanti, anchor after. Umapatihi, Lord Shiva, husband of goddess Uma. What is saying? Oh, loud aside one. Great souls like Lord Shiva, hanker to bathe in the dust of your lotus feet, thereby destroy their ignorance. Right? Iva, just Atma, their own. Tamaha, of the ignorance. If I cannot obtain your mercy, I shall simply give up my vital force. She wanted to die. In previous prayer also, that expression she has given, right? Apahatyai, to vanquish Yarihi, when Ambujaksha, to lotus side one, na labheya, I cannot obtain. Bhavet prasadam, mercy, your mercy, Jahyam, I should give up. Asun, my life heirs. Asun, my life heirs. Vrata, by austere penances. Krishnan, Krishan, weekend, Sata, hundreds, Janmabhi, after lifetimes, Syad, it may be. So if I cannot obtain your mercy, I shall simply give up my vital force. It's not on the material platform, Prabhuji and Mataji. Srila Prabhupada writes here, it's possible only on the spiritual platform. She wanted to give up. She wanted to give up his life to Krishna. Give up his life to Krishna, which will have become weak from the severe penances I will perform. Then after hundreds of lifetimes of endeavor, I may obtain your mercy. This divine Rukmini's extraordinary dedication to Sri Krishna is possible only on the spiritual platform. All these prayers on the spiritual platform. She got attraction of beautiful qualities, wonderful qualities of Krishna, not in the fragile world of mundane affection. Right? So last prayer, this is the Brahmana who carried this letter to Krishna and give it to Krishna. What he is saying? This last, actually, this chapter's last verse also, 52nd chapter, last verse, 44 verse. Right. Somebody reads, please.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, I will read. Translation. The Brahma said, this is the confidential. So the Brahmana said, this is the confidential message I have brought with me. O Lord of Yadus, please consider what must be done in these circumstances and do it at once. Purport. When the Brahmana arrived, he broke the seal of a confidential letter written in the privacy of Rukmini's quarters and meant only for Lord Krishna. By using the term Guhya Sandesha, the trustworthy Brahmana, personally selected by Rukmini, here affirms that he has not violated the confidentiality of this message. Only Lord Krishna has heard it. Since the marriage of Rukmini was fast approaching, Sri Krishna would have to act immediately. The term Yadu Deva indicates that Lord Krishna, as the Lord of powerful Yadu dynasty, should make his decision and then mobilize his followers if necessary.
This purports of the humble servants of
And the purpose of the humble servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to the 10th canto, 52nd chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam,
entitled Rukmini's Message to Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for reading. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So this is the Brahmana's message. What is the Brahmana said? This is the confidential message I have brought with me. O Lord of the Yadus, please consider what must be done in this circumstance and do it at once. So here, Prabhupada disciples, what they write here, when the Brahmana arrived, he broke the seal of a confidential letter written in the privacy of Rukmini quarters and meant only for Lord Krishna by using the term Guhya Sandeshaha. Guhya Sandeshaha here. Iti ete Guhya Sandesha, confidential messages. Guhya Sandesha. Okay. The trustworthy Brahmana. Rukmini chosen this particular Brahmana is trustworthy. He definitely delivered this message to Krishna and she sent the letter with him. Personally selected by Rukmini, he affirms that he has not violated the confidentiality of this message. Right? It's not like that, what is in there. Whenever when somebody is not trustworthy, we cannot believe, and I don't know how it works. But the thing is, she got the complete confidentiality, and she has chosen this person, this Brahmana, and sent that letter, and not violated of the confidentiality of this message. Only Lord Krishna has heard it. Since the marriage of Rukmini was fast approaching, Sri Krishna would have to act immediately. The term Yadudeva indicates that Lord Krishna here. Yadudeva indicates Yadudeva Maya Hritaha. O Lord of the Yadus, Maya, by me, Ahrita brought this letter. Act immediately. Sri Krishna would have to act immediately. There is no time passing away. Thus, he has to arrive and has to take away Rukmini. The term Yadudeva indicates that Lord Krishna, the Lord of the powerful Yadu dynasty, should make his decision and then mobilize his followers if necessary. So immediately, he immediately started, after got this letter to take away Rukmini Devi immediately, because there is no time. And all these prayers, first she described about the Gunagana of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and she has given idea how I am going this place. There is worship of Durga Devi. You come and abduct, kidnap me. All the ideas she has given. Because first thing in first prayer and first and second prayers are very, very important. It gives the take away home point is remembering always Krishna. Hearing about Krishna. These two are always there. Hearing and remembering, right? So hearing quality, by hearing only we get an attraction of Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? Shravanam, it starts with Shravanam, hearing and chanting. When we chant also, what happens? We hear, no? It's a two-way process. We hear and chant. It inclusive of that method. Hare Krishna Mahamantra, when we chant, means hearing and chanting. And this is the topmost method to purify ourselves, right? And to get an attraction. By doing so, Krishna is going to attract. Oh, this soul is so sincerely reciting my holy names. Krishna felt like that, right? So here, let me share a few points from my Guru Maharaj's lecture. Some of the points. Just a second. One second. Yeah. See, Mayara is describing some of the. Actually, it is a transcription. I'm reading from it, okay, and then we'll describe. So here today we are, of course, Mahara also saying in that lecture, today we are reading the beautiful prayers of Rukmini in her desperate plea to Sri Krishna to save her from the unthinkable, unimaginable tragedy of being exploited by the wicked demon Shishupala. you find in this story being narrated by Srila Sukadeva Goswami that Rukmini, being so young, so beautiful, she is none other than goddess of fortune. In Padma Purana, it explains that what Radharani is to Krishna in Vrindavana, Srimati Rukmini Devi is Krishna in Dwaraka. What we are understanding here? Rukmini Devi is Radharani in Dwaraka. Rukmini Devi is to Krishna in Dwaraka. Radharani is to Krishna in Vrindavana. Srimati Rukmini Devi is to Krishna in Dwaraka. Just as there were so many thousands and thousands of gopis in Rajabhumi, for of those gopis is to explain that 108 were prominent, and of those 108, those 8 Sakhis are most prominent. So here, expansion. So here, Prabhupada Maharaj says here, it has been explained by Padma Purana that just as Srimati Radharani has such complete prominence in Vrindavan Lila, in the same way, Rukmini, who is an expansion of Srimati Radharani, to enjoy Aishwarya Rasa, or the beautiful pastimes of awe and reverence in Dwaraka. Srimati Radharani appears as Rukmini, and she has the same prominence of all the queens of Dwaraka. So here we are being given the most wonderful story of the first meeting of Krishna and Rukmini. That is there in later. After meeting, that's a different pastime is there. So here ultimately Srimati Rukmini Devi, in her prayers, she is quoted, right? I have performed various activities, charity, penances, vows, and I got an attraction. I am completely surrendered soul. I want you, no one else. I want you. I am ready to die for you. See, these are all humble prayers. These are all sincere prayers, right? The Rukmini Devi's mood. Immediately Krishna started from that place and come to meet Rukmini Devi and kidnap her, because devotee. No? Here Rukmini Devi denotes Rukmini Devi is a devotee, right? Pure devotee of the Lord. So that way, pure devotee. Whenever pure devotee prays, Supreme Lord comes. Guarantee. Right? So Supreme Personality of Godhead, when we see, our intention needs to be so clear. What is that our intention? Sincerely serve Lord by always remembering, by always hearing about Him, repeatedly hearing. So these are all pastimes. See Bhagavatam, repeatedly we have to hear, with oral reception, with attentive mood, right? So when we hear, we get an attraction. Through that attraction, all the distresses will be gone. As Rukmini Devi herself states that all the distresses will be gone when we hear it. That means the purifying element is Gunagana of Lord, His holy name, His pastimes, His qualities. Right? Through that, we also from this Rukmini Devi's prayers, one quality we always have to develop. We always have to hanker to develop. Hearing, always hearing. That's where, see, in our ISKCON, in our practices, we never ever allow Maya in between. In whoever practicing sincerely. For example, in kitchen, when mother is, they hear kirtans, they hear some lectures. Somehow we have to give our ear to hear Supreme Lord, right? That way we remember. That way when we hear means we get an attraction. By hearing we remember, right? Unless we hear, how can we remember? So first devotional practice is to hear. So when I come in contact with devotees, first I hear. There is a different sessions different sessions planned in our office. It's going to help in our personality to understand properly. Life, what is that? That group. This was there in the Tech Mahindra. I'm sharing my personal experience through the hearing only. Through the somebody sent that email, and we were discussing what is that program? Learning and development. The team of learning and development, they sent an email about evening discover yourself program. What is the discover self? Understand personality, understand the meaning of life. That way we got an email, somebody discussed about this, and I got an attraction and went and joined and attended those sessions. That's a starting point. Hearing, right? In all of your lives also, you must heard that there is some satsang is going. There are some devotees. They are nicely practicing devotional life. It starts with hearing, right? That way, oh, nice. Let me go for first time and see, and how they are doing. Slowly, we get an attraction, right? How can we get an attraction? Unless we know the personality of Godhead qualities, all the six, all these pastimes, Bhagavatam. So many pastimes there in the Bhagavatam, right? There are 18,000 verses scripture, 18,000 verses scripture, different pastimes. All the ultimate purpose is devotional service. All these devotees pastimes, three things, right? Bhagavan, Bhakta. In between, transaction is bhakti, loving devotion service. So here Rukmini Devi also, by remembering, by hearing, she served Supreme Lord, and she got an attraction. She want the Supreme Personality of God. So that way, we all have to develop the quality of hearing, sitting and see. Prabhupada also got a wonderful quality. His Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, identified when he giving initiation. He got to know that. So this devotee regularly comes, Maharaj. I don't know you noticed, but Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati himself said that, yes, I have noticed. Yes, this boy sincerely sits in my class and sincerely hears. I identified. That is the quality. That is the qualification. That's why I'm giving initiation. Right? He was sitting and hearing his Guru Maharaj lectures. Right? So hearing, it starts with hearing. By hearing, he attracted to his Guru Maharaj. Right? Then Guru Maharaj given his mercy, Diksha, Harinama Diksha. So with this, I wanted to say, we all regularly come to the Zoom calls or in-person satsangs, right? In-person satsangs, take association of devotees, hear what the speaker, what the devotee speaking, what in our satsangs, majorly every Sundays, every Sunday evenings, we all of our group members, different groups we all come together and hear from our Siksha Guru, Lilananda Prabhu, because he started off this satsang. He wanted to share and he wanted to give knowledge, how to improve our sadhana, how to improve our devotional practices, right? When we sit and hear, what happens? Of course, by looking at us, Lilananda Prabhu also is going to be very happy. Yes, these are devotees coming, nicely learning, progressing. Ultimately, who is Lilananda Prabhu? Lilananda Prabhu is also got instructions, trainings from his Shiksha Gurus. Is discoursing, is giving the same teachings as it is to all of our satsang members. It is for our benefit only. If we come in contact, if we come regularly, if we come, if we hear regularly, see that is when Krishna conscious, when a person nicely progress in Krishna consciousness, when Anybody say when a Krishna conscious person nicely progresses, what are the practices we have? What are the practices we have? Hare Krishna.
Sadhana, Sadachar.
Mother, Hare Krishna,
Sadhana,
Lord speaking.
Sadhana, Sadachar.
Next word.
Following regulative principles, chanting, hearing.
Sadhana, Sadachar. Okay, two.
Seva.
Okay.
Association.
Yeah. Yeah. Sadhana, Sadachar. So what is the sadhana? Sadhana is hearing, chanting, remembering. That is the practices. Sadhana in Sanskrit word, practices in English word. What is that practices we are doing here now also? Now we are in the call. What we are doing? Shravanam, hearing about the Lord, hearing about Rukmini Devi's prayers, what she has written in that love letter, right? What she has quoted, wonderful qualities of Krishna. By hearing, that is the process. Devotional life starts with by hearing. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So it starts with hearing. So we have to learn from Rukmini Devi's prayers. We also have to develop complete surrender. Unless we complete surrender, there is no question of eternal life. There is no question of eternal life unless we surrender. So with this, I wanted to conclude. Anybody have any questions or wanted to share anything or want to add anything in this pastimes of Rukmini? Please add, and I'm done with. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Matajis and Prabhujis. Thank you for your presence. It is all for my purification. I wanted to choose, I wanted to recite these prayers. I never did this. I had a desire. Actually, this is just want to share. When I was in that time, I was alone. That was I was single. My family is in India only. Houston, in Dallas, Texas. Wonderful. First time in the Bhagavatam, these prayers I have heard from Amarendra Prabhu. So nicely, super. I got attraction, and I wanted to do it in once, at least to read myself, at least to read all these 7 prayers of Rukmini Devi. It was my desire. Let me do in one time. So yesterday and a couple of days back, I wanted to at least to do all the 7 prayers for my purification. So you all given the opportunity to speak, to recite these verses. I'm very grateful to you, all of you. At least I got something out of these 7 prayers. That something is hearing about Krishna, hearing about our Guru Maharaj lectures, hearing about Srila Prabhupada lectures, hearing about what they are saying. They are describing about Krishna only, and all of these pastimes, the discourses, hearing about whoever likes the Siksha Gurus. Right? There are wonderful Siksha Gurus in our community, ISKCON community, right? And Nitai Sevani Mataji, Amarendra Prabhu. These are young preachers. Amarendra Prabhu, the other Prabhu. What is that Prabhu? He is in Delhi, right? Prabhu, I forgot his name.
Amoglila.
Amoglila Prabhu. So these are the great young devotees. How they are describing. I tried some bit. I have to learn. I have to improve a lot of narrating skills. Please pray for me. I tried a bit. Oh, what is that? Urda, a little service. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Anybody likes to add? Mataji's or Prabhuji's? Please, 5-10 minutes, or let us discuss. Or it's up to you. Or anybody have any questions? I'll try to answer. Please.
Thank you, Giriraj Prabhuji. Dhanavad Pranam.
Prabhu, your voice is breaking.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji? Haribol?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, thank you very much for your wonderful class, Prabhuji. I really enjoyed listening to Bhagavatam prayers.
I'm not there. Thank you so much for presence and association, Prabhu. This way for me. Yes, thank you so much. Anybody likes to add anything? Subbarao.
Thank you. Very
Praveen
nice,
Prabhu,
Prabhuji.
Mahalingam Iyer Prabhu, Venela Mataji, Akinchan Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Even first time I'm hearing the prayers, those 7 slokas, Prabhuji. Thank you for reciting them for us and giving the nice purports for all of them and giving us the chance to hear them. Otherwise, we will not be able to do it. Wonderful lecture, Prabhuji, and wonderful Aarti as usual in the morning, and wonderful seva you're doing, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Actually, family is in Varangal. Otherwise, they would also join in the morning prayers. Aarati. So that's why I did alone.
No problem. Very nice. Thank you.
Subbarao Prabhu, Iyer Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam Prabhu. Thank you for wonderful class. I'm still have to get through other cantos till I reach the 10th canto.
See, actually, see, there is another understanding. Like in sequence, we have to read, but sometimes
With Krishna mercy, like these sessions, yeah.
What, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, we need to go in sequence, but sometimes we get Krishna's mercy through sessions like this.
Sessions like this. So Krishna's mercy. Since you also did that various Ajamila pastimes,
yes,
all the 6th canto, that 6th chapter, and Praveen Prabhu also. Praveen Prabhu, you are not doing these days. What happened, Prabhu? You are also have to do now, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhuji, we have.
You are just coordinating. No. You also have to do. Not
Yes,
just
Prabhuji,
coordinating.
I will do, Prabhuji. So we have 4 preachers, Prabhuji, and they're rotating, and somehow I missed one cycle, but including me, there are 5. So every 5 weeks should be seeing me. One we missed because of some cancellation. Something happened, Prabhuji. I don't remember. Yes, I'll do.
So tomorrow Prabhuji is going to give. Praveen Prabhuji.
No. Tomorrow you, Prabhuji.
Calling Iyer Prabhu. Iyer Prabhu, have you heard any past time? You wanted to share anything?
Prabhuji, what I feel is what personally I learned from your classes, we should hear nicely, may it be our chanting or may it be the words from Acharya or any class that we are hearing, we should hear with that faith and with full concentration. And then probably we can develop that love somewhat, maybe 0.001% like what Rukmini developed. And someday Krishna will come for us, or we may go to Krishna very soon. So hearing is most important. May it be our chanting. Usually we are not, I'm not trying it. It's a big struggle to hear what I chant. Even when I'm hearing, yesterday I heard a very nice point, and I'm going to talk about it tomorrow, but just on the hearing part, Prabhuji. Narad Muni was giving the Bhagavatam class or the instructions to Prahlad Maharaj, who was in the womb of the mother.
Correct.
But Prahlad Maharaj did a magnificent advancement in spiritual life. That much his mother could not do. I could not articulate it very well, but when we compare Prahlad Maharaj and his mother, Prahlad Maharaj was far more advanced. And one of the teachings that we can learn from this is, it is also told that the mother was little bit in anxiety about the child, and she was also eagerly waiting for her husband to come back from the austerity. So these were the 2 chinta she was having, and hence she couldn't hear the instructions of Narad Muni very well. But Prahlad Maharaj was very much situated inside the womb, and he was completely concentrated on the instructions of Narad Muni. So that shows how much power just the hearing has. And even when we are going to get old, maybe our intelligence may go away, maybe our power to do activity by body may go away, but at least we can hear. So we should specifically focus on hearing with concentration so that it can help us in long term. So just like Prahlad Maharaj did, maybe we may have to get into his shoes and try to hear with that focus. That's what I would say, Prabhuji.
Nice, Prabhu. Thank you for adding that point. Actually, the Kayadu, yeah, she was in distress. When will my husband come back? And she was in correct. She didn't focus while Narada Muni giving instructions. But Prahlad Maharaj attentively heard about all the wonderful pastimes and the glories of Lord, and that's it. From the womb, he has become a devotee. Yeah, nice point, Prabhu. Actually, this example is also there in that class, but I forgot to mention. And see, and if you take any one more example also, what is that? By hearing, there are some different examples. Through here, she got attraction to Krishna. There is one more.
Sukadeva Goswami.
Sukadeva Goswami, yes. Why not? Sukadeva Goswami, yes. After hearing from his father, Vyasadeva. See, it starts with hearing, right? Shruti, Shruti, Purana, right? So these literature, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, it comes under Shruti, right? Shruti, right, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Shruti, by hearing. This the concept is through the and again here also from bona fide source, authentic, parampara system. Then the knowledge is going to the transformation comes with that knowledge. Yeah, thank you so much. Anybody likes to add anything? Then it's already time is over time. Already 8:30 we have to start. Somehow 20 minutes. Satyadeva Prabhu, yeah. Japan Prabhu, yes.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, ఒక question.
Voice little low, Prabhu. Voice
Hare Krishna.
Japan, yes, tell me.
Clear గా ఉందా ప్రభుజీ?
Now okay, yes.
యా ప్రభుజీ, ఇప్పుడు ఇది మనము కథాపరంగా తీసుకుంటే అంటే జస్ట్ ఎవరైనా ఇప్పుడు మనం కరెంట్ జనరేషన్స్ కి హరే కృష్ణ
Hare Krishna, Japan, yes, go ahead.
కరెంట్ జనరేషన్ కి ఒకవేళ ఇది కథాపరంగా స్టోరీ తీసుకుంటే ఇప్పుడు రుక్మిణీదేవి లెటర్ రాసింది, తనకి కృష్ణుడికి రాసింది, యూనో ఒక లవ్ లెటర్ లాగా రాసింది, అండ్ నన్ను వచ్చి రాక్షస వివాహం చేసుకోమని చెప్పింది. డస్ ఇట్ గో ఎ రాంగ్ మెసేజ్ టు యూత్? అంటే ఎలా చెప్తే వాళ్ళకి కరెక్ట్ గా అర్థం అవుతుంది?
Wrong message to youth. Wrong message to youth. Okay. సో
అంటే దీని స్టోరీ పరంగా చదువుకునే వాళ్ళు ఉంటారు కదా, ఇప్పుడు 10th క్యాంటోని, ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళు ఏమనుకుంటారు, రుక్మిణీదేవి కూడా చేసింది అలా కృష్ణుడిని అడిగి, ఓకే మా అందరు చూస్తుండగానే నన్ను తీసుకెళ్ళిపో అనేసి అని అన్నారు.
That's the supreme personality of God. He is requesting to come and take me. But here material world, Atlante, Prabhu, for example, so there are many pastimes. Like Krishna did many wonderful activities. Like Govardhan Lila, for example. He lifted Govardhan with little finger, little small finger, no weight. He said, no strength in this little finger. So, see, materialists always, they always take it other way. Those pastimes also, Rasalila pastimes also, because their mind is not, their mind and their actions are not proper. It's not that way, bro. I mean, why only have to take this example and apply in this material life? For example, yes, Lakshmi Devi sent a letter to Krishna, and that letter, whom she sent, that also I have to understand the person. It's a wrong way to do. And yeah, Krishna also did. I also do. Krishna did many wondrous things. Can you not do? You are limited. He's unlimited. You have to understand. See, with proper knowledge, you can understand this past tense. with midi jnana, incomplete, your own thoughts. If you apply that way, that's not correct. That's not correct. And see, these pastimes is not for speculative brain. These pastimes for pure devotees, and it addressing the only person. If you see any pastimes, it is addressing the only one person, supreme personality, correct, who has all the six opulence. And in that mood, you can understand properly. See, materialists always take it other way. And see, these movie stories also based on Rukmini Kalyan. There are so many movies come. If you see in movies, right? Similarly, I mean, there take it any. There are take it other way, Prabhu. Materialists are thinking in their own way, and they are not taking right perspective. They are not understanding what happened, why she has written this letter, the background of this, and to whom, not an ordinary person, to whom she has sent that letter. So that way, see, materialists understand in wrong way, and they take it in wrong way. Only devotees take it in right perspective, understanding background of it. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhuji, if I asked anything, mistakenly, like.
Anybody likes to add? Praveen,
And she, Prabhuji, and she heard it from authoritative person like the great devotee Narada Muni Prabhuji himself.
And Brahmanas. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Can I add, Prabhuji?
Yes, please.
So Hare Krishna. So Satyadev Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
People, the problem with ordinary people who make movies and all that is they don't have the complete knowledge of the whole picture. One thing, couple of points I want to make, Prabhuji. One thing is in the previous ages, the Vedic culture, the way kings used to get married is different, Prabhuji, and they are allowed to marry in different ways, like Rakshasa Vivah. And the women are allowed to choose who they get married to, and that's why, if you remember, there is Swayamvaram and those kind of things, and the father used to call for people, and whoever shows the prowess, who is powerful, they used to get married to those people. So the way they get married is completely different, because they wanted a powerful king who can protect this kingdom and other kingdom as well, making sure. So that we cannot apply to everyone. That's one thing. You can't, just like how we cannot we say different things about Lord Krishna, and we cannot do all those things. So we cannot definitely understand that we can do the same thing. The other example I want to give you is when Lord Rama went and broke the bow, and he went to the Swayamvaram. And immediately, Janak Maharaj came and said, now you should get married to my daughter because you did this. And even though, he said and everything is available there, Lord Rama clearly said, I cannot marry anyone without the permission of my father. So he made sure that Janak Maharaj sent a delegation to his father asking permission, that we would like our daughter to get you married, and the delegation brought back Dasharatha Maharaj, and only when he agreed, he got married. So that's also another counter example of this, that how Lord Rama showed us how to be a Maryada Purushottam and what are the rules and regulations of a human being and how they get married. So you have to understand the time, place, circumstance, which place you are in, what are you eligible for, and then only do this. So just whimsically just listening to a story, that's not the right way to understand, is what you can tell to them, right? You have to understand where you are, what age, what are you eligible for, and those kind of things. So probably some like 0.1 cent I want to add here, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I'm not sure because I'm not knowledgeable person, but even that Bhagavatam, when they said don't jump directly to the 10th canto, okay, until unless our consciousness is not to listen the past time in such way. That's why we are not discussing any Ras Leela to anyone, right? Only devotee can understand. So until unless we are not in that mood or our consciousness is not up to that level, we should keep quiet and we should not discuss this to the materialistic person or non-devotee persons. I'm not sure, Prabhuji, but that's what I heard, and that's why I'm just adding here.
Yes,
No,
Prabhu.
no.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes,
We are
yes. Thank you.
these pastimes. See, we are practicing. We got some understanding. We have just started our spiritual life. What is what? Who is Supreme Personality of Godhead? What is this Bhagavad Gita is all about? What it is teaching, and what is Bhagavatam is all about? Of course, we have to sequentially, right? It's already Bhagavatam is a person, right? It is described like lotus feet, first two cantos, and lotus face is 10th chapter. So of course, it's there, but Srila Prabhupada himself written Krishna book. It has come from 10th canto, Krishna book, right? So see, we are practicing. It's okay, Prabhu. I mean, it's not like what is that? It's not jumping into a conclusion. We got some understanding. Like yes, we got some Krishna's position and all his devotees and his pastimes. We are understanding right perspective, right? So now we are discussing about Rukmini Devi prayers. Rukmini Devi prayers is talking about to develop a quality of hearing. Unless we hear, how can we develop? Unless we hear pastime of Rukmini Devi, how can we develop the quality? Right? So these are the various pastimes to hear. We can, yes, of course, we can choose cherry pick different pastimes. Sequentially is also Prabhupada recommends also sequentially we have to go through it, but that also possible. That also we can choose particular pastimes and describe. Ultimately, we have to learn from it something, and it helps our devotional practices, devotional life by hearing, by discoursing, by remembering, by meditating upon these pastimes. Right? You said right, Prabhu, Praveen Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavatam.
Yeah, Mata, thank you so much. Thank you, Mata, Padma Mata. Your sincerity, Mata, you are always you're always very inspiring in all of us.
Thank you.
Yourself and Balamani Mata, they are regular, very nice devotees. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anybody likes to share, or then we'll wrap up. Prabhu, Praveen Prabhu, you work off.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I think Padma Mataji and also Vanilla Mataji have something to add. Right, Mataji?
Yeah. Padma Mata, you want to add? Please add. And Vanilla Mata, if you would like to add, please share.
No, not like that. But one should know that Rukmini has performed so many austerities, no?
Prabhu's question.
Yes,
like,
Mata, Vanilla Mata.
One by one, Mataji, please.
Okay, speaking at the same time.
Yeah. Padma Mataji, please start, and then when we can have Vanilla Mataji.
Okay.
Padma, you can tell. She's gone.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, she got dropped off. Okay, Vanilla Mataji, go ahead.
Yes, Prabhu. So actually, to Satya Prabhu's answer, Prabhu, I just felt something. I'm not sure if it is right or just want to share.
Yeah.
Just like Gajendra in his helpless condition offers prayers, glorifies Lord Krishna and surrenders to him and asks him to deliver. Here, Rukmini Devi's position is also very similar, Prabhu. So he's in helpless conditions, so she's offering him prayers and asking him to rescue him. There is nothing wrong in writing the love letter here. She's
asking her, yeah, Krishna. See, he got to know, he's a powerful person. He definitely is going to save me. There is no wrong in that. Yes, thank you for sharing. Yes, Mataji. Yeah. See, materialist brain, speculative. That's simple. That's where the problem is. We have to come out of this. I mean, not only devotees, but in normally, materialist means speculation. It is happening, or it's just theory. What is it? These pastimes are just for mythology. They don't feel these are all historical events. It has happened 5,000 years back in Dwaraka time frame. Unless we develop faith, unless we develop, this faith, we cannot understand all this. Oh, see, that's where these are all. See, again, one sloka with let us conclude. Raja Vidya, Raja Bhushyam, Pavitram Idam Uttamam, Pratyakshavagamam Dharmyam, Susukam Kartamam. These are all confidential things. All the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, these are all confidential things. Who will understand? Bhaktosmi Sakacheti. That is the mood we have to develop. Bhakti, we have to develop, we have to treat ourselves, we have to, the mood, devotional mood, the friendship mood. Bhaktosmi Sakacheti. Then only we can understand. Our material burra cannot understand. Bewildered sometimes. Things different way. It's okay. Let us pray. Let us pray. You know, Krishna, please take out this speculative brain and give the proper, you know, proper sane senses, proper senses to understand you. Say, how will we get that? Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevanam Bhakti. By engaging our senses in the service of the Lord. Krishna is going to purify our senses and is going to take away that speculative thing. We get the firm conviction. Yes, these are all past tense. These are real. It can happen. It's always happening. Nitya Leela. These are all Nitya Leelas. These Rukmini pastimes appearing in another material planets. Another. They're all Nitya Leela. Yes. Okay, Prabhu. Praveen Prabhu. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
for the
Prabhuji.
opportunity.
Yes.
Cannot pronounce Vancha Kalpataru.
Koti Vaishnavavrinda ki jai.
Santa Koti Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam. Nitai Gaura Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Hari Bolo.
So much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.